Her fingertips traced the outline of my lips, and in that electric silence, I knew this was more than just a kiss, it was a promise. Marry her, they said. It's just business, they said. Harper Carter has 3 rules: control her emotions, protect her heart, and never, ever, fall for someone again. But when her family arranges her marriage to fiery artist Sophia Reyes, Harper's carefully ordered world is thrown into chaos. Sophia is everything Harper isn't: passionate, impulsive, and infuriatingly irresistible. Now, sharing a home with a woman who paints her desires on every wall, and maybe on Harper's skin, Harper's resolve is crumbling fast. And when an old flame threatens to expose their marriage as a sham, Harper must decide: cling to the safety of her walls, or tear them down for the one woman who makes her feel alive. Some arrangements aren't meant to stay business. And some fires aren't meant to be put out. If you want more sapphic romance, let me know, I'd love to write another for you. Chapter 1. The Proposition. The scent of jasmine tea and fresh pan dulce filled the air as Sophia Reyes sat stiffly in her family's Los Angeles estate, her perfectly manicured nails digging into the armrest of the velvet chair. The late afternoon sun streamed through the floor-to-ceiling windows, casting golden patterns across the marble floors. "Mija, we've found you a wife." Sophia nearly choked on her tea. "Excuse me." Her mother, Isabella Reyes, a formidable woman who had built a real estate empire from nothing, merely arched a perfectly sculpted brow. The Carters. Old money, New York elite. Their daughter, Harper, is, like you. Sophia's pulse spiked. Like me. She had spent years hiding her sexuality from their traditional Mexican-American family, only coming out to her parents last year in a tear-filled confession that had left her raw and vulnerable. Their reaction had been complicated. Her father had barely spoken to her for weeks, and her abuela had crossed herself so many times Sophia lost count. And now this. "You're arranging a marriage for me." Sophia's voice was incredulous. "In what century do we live, Mama?" Isabella sighed, setting her teacup down with deliberate calm. "It's not like that, Mija. The Carters approached us. They have a daughter who is also inclined toward women. It's a good match, socially, financially, and it would give you both freedom." Sophia's mind reeled. Freedom. The word tasted bitter on her tongue. Meanwhile, in New York, Harper Carter paced the length of her sleek, minimalist penthouse, her sharp heels clicking against the hardwood floors. The Manhattan skyline glittered behind her, a stark contrast to the storm brewing inside her. "You're setting me up with a woman," she demanded, her voice as cold as the ice clinking in her whiskey glass. Her father, Richard Carter, a man who had built his fortune on Wall Street and wielded power like a weapon, barely glanced up from his newspaper. "Sophia Reyes. Her family approached us. It's a good match." Harper scoffed. At 30, she was a renowned cardiologist. Brilliant, disciplined, and ruthlessly controlled. She had spent years carving out a life of precision, burying her heartbreak under layers of professionalism. Her last relationship had ended in betrayal, leaving her guarded and closed off. "This is archaic," she snapped. "It's strategic," her father corrected, finally looking up. His steel-grey eyes bore into hers. "The Reyes family has connections we need. And she's beautiful." Harper rolled her eyes, but a traitorous flutter in her stomach betrayed her curiosity. Chapter 2. First Encounter. They arranged to meet at a discreet, high-end restaurant in Malibu, where the Pacific Ocean stretched endlessly beyond the floor-to-ceiling windows. Sophia arrived first, her dark curls cascading over a cream-colored sundress that hugged her curves just right. She twisted the stem of her wine glass between her fingers, her nerves a live wire beneath her skin. When Harper walked in, tall, poised, in a tailored black blazer and stiletto heels that added inches to her already imposing height, Sophia's breath caught. "Dios mío." Harper's sharp blue eyes swept over her, assessing, calculating. She slid into the seat opposite Sophia with the grace of a panther. "So," she said, her voice cool, "we're getting married." Sophia smirked, leaning back in her chair. "Apparently." The tension between them was immediate, a mix of resistance and intrigue, like two magnets pushing and pulling. Harper wasted no time. "Let's be clear. This is purely transactional. We'll keep up appearances, live separately. Or, Sophia interrupted, swirling her wine with a mischievous glint in her eye, we could make the best of it. Harper's gaze darkened. What are you suggesting? Sophia leaned in, close enough to catch the faint scent of Harper's expensive perfume, something dark and intoxicating. I'm suggesting we don't lie to ourselves. A beat of silence. Then Harper's lips curled into the faintest smirk. Interesting. Chapter 3, The Wedding. The ceremony was a spectacle, Sophia's vibrant Latino traditions blending seamlessly with Harper's old money elegance. They held it at the Reyes family estate in Los Angeles, where bougainvillea spilled over white arches and mariachi music filled the air. Sophia wore a custom-made gown that hugged her curves, lace and silk blending into a masterpiece. Harper, ever the minimalist, chose a sleek white tuxedo that made Sophia's mouth water. As they exchanged rings under the floral arch, Harper's hands trembled slightly. Sophia noticed, lacing their fingers together in silent reassurance. You okay? Sophia whispered. Harper's jaw tightened. I don't do emotions. Sophia grinned. Liar. That night, in their honeymoon suite at the Beverly Hills Hotel, Harper poured 2 glasses of whiskey, her walls firmly in place. Ground rules, she stated. No emotional attachments. This is. Sophia snatched the glass from her hand and set it aside. Stop talking. Then she kissed her. Harper stiffened, before melting into it with a gasp. Months of pent-up desire exploded between them. Clothes were torn off, whispered confessions spilled into skin, and by dawn, Harper realized with terrifying clarity. She was in trouble. Chapter 4, The Awakening. Back in New York, their shared brownstone became a battleground of emotions. Harper, ever the control freak, kept a rigid schedule, up at 5 a.m., gym by 5:30, hospital by 7. Sophia, a passionate artist, left paint smudges everywhere, played loud Spanish music at odd hours, and cooked elaborate meals that Harper pretended not to love. They bickered over everything: chores, music, even how to fold towels. Who folds towels into squares? Sophia had demanded once, holding up Harper's perfectly pressed linen. Civilized people, Harper shot back. But at night, Harper would pin Sophia against the wall, her lips trailing fire down her throat as Sophia moaned, "You're such a hypocrite." Because by day, Harper denied this was real. Until Sophia fell ill with a fever. Harper, the stoic doctor, fretted over her, making soup, stroking her hair, whispering in Spanish she didn't even realize she'd learned. When Sophia recovered, she cupped Harper's face. "You love me." Harper's breath hitched. "I." "Say it." "I do." Chapter 5, The Choice. Their happiness shattered when Harper's ex, Vanessa, resurfaced, threatening to expose their marriage as a sham unless Harper paid her off. Worse, Sophia's abuela disowned her upon learning the truth. This is not our way. Torn between duty and desire, Harper nearly broke. Maybe this was a mistake. Sophia grabbed her roughly. "Don't you dare run from this. From us." In that moment, Harper made her choice. She called Vanessa's bluff. She faced Sophia's family. And at their 1-year anniversary, under the same floral arch where they'd wed, Harper got down on one knee, properly this time, and asked, "Will you stay married to me? For real?" Sophia's tearful yes was swallowed by a searing kiss. Epilogue. Years later, at their Hamptons estate, their adopted daughter raced through the garden as Sophia painted and Harper pretended to read medical journals, but really just stared at her wife. "Best arranged marriage ever," Sophia teased. Harper pulled her into her lap. "Best decision I never made." And under the setting sun, they proved that sometimes, just sometimes, love comes in the most unexpected packages.